Good evening. Thank you all for being here, and my thanks to the Providence Journal, Leadership Rhode Island, and Rhode Island College for allowing me the honor of participating in this forum. There was an advertisement in yesterday's Providence Journal placed by a new group named Engage Rhode Island. In their ad, they say, without reform, our taxes will rise, school funding will be slashed, social services will be dropped, and more jobs will be lost. What an understatement. I can't speak for the rest of Rhode Island, but in Woonsocket, as a result of the state budget cuts, we have already seen our taxes rise by 29% in the last 4 years as a direct result of the elimination. So my challenge to the General Assembly as they consider pension reform is this. What will you do to convince my son and his wife to move back to Rhode Island with their family and their skills? When they ask me why they should shoulder the burden of Rhode Island's past mistakes and deprive themselves and my granddaughter of a rich and full life with all that their labors can offer, how shall I answer them?
The last of the eye-kicker questions. What is the best way to address the pension issue in Rhode Island? A, raise taxes. B, cut government services and employees. C, reduce pensions. D, raise retirement age. E, eliminate COLAs. You have 45 seconds.
The solution that I do see is that we all collectively, all Rhode Islanders, it wasn't just public employees or state employees that took part. We had, as they say, the treasurer said many times in any with her, we've done nothing wrong. And I understand your question. The taxpayers have any idea. I'm a taxpayer myself. If we have to collectively pay a little more to get out of this problem, I believe that's what we should do. And we do have time to do that. This doesn't have to be done as we speak tonight. This didn't happen tonight. This happened over 40 years. And I think we have time to slow this process a little, make sure we keep the commitments we made to workers when we hired them, and work together to solve this problem. All taxpayers, not just public.
If we don't make some of these changes, it will bring about much more pain for all of us. And the solution that the governor and I are working on and will provide will be intended not only to be fair to all of these members, but as we said last week, any benefits that have been accrued will not be impacted.
We are where we are. A lot of people didn't do what they were supposed to do on both sides of the table, whether it was elected officials, whether it was people who negotiated contracts. We can sit back here and we can complain and try and find blame for what happened in the past. What we have to do now is to assess where we are and how best can we deal with this issue. The COLA is an expensive aspect of the pension plan. But if you start out with the principle that if someone is receiving $3,000 a month, as an example, and you're trying to maintain that, but you're not going to be able to promise them anything in addition to that for a while, that's probably a reasonable principle given where we are. I tell my friends this often, we're going to get pension reform. It's just a question of how painful it's going to be. And the longer we wait, the more painful it's going to be. Because the arithmetic is there. So we need to stop worrying about what happened in the past and figure out what we're going to do in the future.